The sound of his snoring is like he is swallowed an industrial-sized lawnmower.
Chris and Maria have been together for 13 years, but the snoring is driving Maria up the wall.
In my opinion, divorce and snoring go hand in hand. And the fact that you question it, that's the fact that you question, you have no idea.
You can't divorce someone because they snore, it's natural.
It's maybe natural, but it's lack of sleep. So
you have no control over it if you're asleep.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it okay.
Divorce is a bit extreme, isn't it? Come on.
I've recruited 5 of Britain's most monumental snorers, and I brought them here to Snore Camp for assessment. It's 6 a.m. in London, and intensive snorer Chris is about to have a life-changing surgery.
I'm feeling a bit nervous about the operation. Minimal as they are, there's always risks of operations. I did debate not having it, and decided to go with it in the end.
My ENT surgeon Mike will be attempting to straighten Chris's deviated nasal septum.
Hospital number is 3240478.
We're doing septoplasty.
Snoring is often seen as just a laughing matter, but for some, the only answer to their prayers is medical intervention. But it's not just Chris's quality of sleep that's on the line, it's his entire relationship as well.
Hopefully, with this, things will get better. Make or break. Mike's not only holding the resolution to Chris's snoring in his hand, but also the potential to save my marriage.
It's a bit cold, like when you first get in, but you've just got to take a deep breath and enjoy the ride. Yes, very worth the wait. As you can see, everyone's ecstatic because the river's open. There's a few in the back there with bars of soap getting a full body wash. It's best of both worlds. Horses are getting washed and we're getting washed, so what more could a man want? Ready for a customer, as they say. Listen, that's the tit I was telling you about. Just get on and buy him.
I don't want to buy it.
Get on and buy him.
At the police station, there's a crunch meeting between the emergency services and the council.
Obviously, the objective is to ensure public safety.
We've got heavy rain forecast from lunchtime today. The river levels will go above 0.5, which is, I think, the trigger level for talking about closures.
And they must decide whether extreme measures need to be taken.
Close the river. We need to prepare for that.
The authorities have been left with no choice but to close the river.
How are you doing? You all right? If someone tried to take a horse into the river, you know, they may well commit an offence in relation to endangering that horse or putting it at some sort of risk.
But it's definitely going to do the job. We put it between the road closure.
Noise.
It's obviously we can't let anybody in this river at all, and the horses, it's far too dangerous for them. Yeah, because it's the signs this side.
The river's closed. Now all they can do is hope for a change in weather.
In the 1980s and early 90s, heroin use was at epidemic levels across the country, when the so-called train-spotting generation got hooked on smack. This may be a reason why people in their 40s are amongst the most likely to die from drug use. Many users also went on to NHS methadone prescriptions, a heroin substitute which can help suppress cravings. The average treatment lasts 12 months, with the aim being to gradually reduce the dose until the user is clean.
We're going to go and buy some drugs, but on the way, let's talk.
Joe's had an on and off smack habit for 22 years. He's been taking an opiate substitute to keep him free of street heroin, but today there's a problem.
I recently got cut off a methadone prescription. I failed to turn up to a couple of pickups at the chemist, so that's been yanked from under my feet.
During 2 decades of heroin use, Joe's picked up some crucial survival skills.
This is an naloxone. You put the needle on the end, you whack it through their jeans, and you put a quarter in. If they don't revive, you put another quarter in. This stuff brings people back. I've seen it. It's a miracle. I administered it on myself. As I was walking home along these streets, I realised I was overdosing, and it wasn't pleasant. I got home, fell over several times, picked up the kit, cracked it open, did it, and then I staggered outside, fell into the street with a phone in my hand, and I woke up in hospital with a heartbeat of 31 BPM. I told the doctor I felt fine. He said, "Man, you ain't fine. If that goes down by 1 more point, you'll hear the words crash, and you'll feel your bed moving very fast. You might not hear those words because you'll be dead." Right now, we're going up to see a friend of mine. Like I say, I am a user. I was on a methadone prescription. Now that's gone. So now I have to resort to the black market economy. I've got no choice in that. I'm epileptic, see, and if I don't sleep, I will have fits. You know, so this is, I mean, I'm not saying they've forced my hand, but they have forced my hand.